How's that for a snowstorm? I'd have to say this is the worst infestation of Canada thistle and south thistle that I have ever swathed, at least that I can remember. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of oats here. It's going to be a pretty heavy crop. In fact, I'm wondering how the storage is going to handle it all. But being that it's underseeded to grass and alfalfa, it was not an option to spray with herbicides for weed control. Otherwise you kill the alfalfa, that's not going to happen. So consequently there was quite a growth of mainly the thistles that I mentioned. It's not bad for other weeds. There was quite a bit of volunteer canola, and some places looking down into the crop I can actually see, not right here, but some places you can actually see canola pods, and it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. You get to some parts of the field and it's fairly clean and solid oats, and then we got these lodged areas. That's not a bad one there, and it's pointing in the same direction as it's pointing the opposite direction to what I'm traveling, which means the header gets under it really good. The real bad spots, like back in there, I got to get the table right down on the ground, the reel down, and to the point that it stalls, and try to pull in what I can. I'm not getting it all for sure, but I'm going to try to get all I can. I've been going quite a few hours on this 70-acre field. I started 2 days ago, but they haven't been full days, obviously. Had several little problems. The roller bearing on that end went out a couple days ago. That little canvas at that end we had to replace. I couldn't have done it by myself, I don't think. And oh yeah, we had our first frost last night, so I don't think it'll hurt anything here too much. It probably froze my tomatoes in the garden at home, but what will be, I guess. I'm going to try and continue on here today and finish up, but there is a slight chance of rain tomorrow, so I just as soon have this down and the swather back home before that happens. If all goes well, I will finish here today and get home. Not at this crawling speed. I slowed down so I can see better what I'm doing while I'm holding the phone, because it requires quite a bit of attention. Every now and then I'll feel the header bounce over a rock. Down at 2.5, which is about as low as you want to go safely. The guy that picked the rocks here did a pretty good job so far. I haven't hit anything too major. Cut through a few mole hills. Anyway, I will stop in later for a commentary if I finish the field. For now, I'm out of here. Many things I hate about Canada thistle. And the next morning we got about 12 millimeters of rain, I'd say, which in my terminology is just under ½ an inch. So let's go take a look at the swather. Even after I cleaned off the screens here yesterday, the temperature was still running a little bit above normal. Good enough to get me home, but looking inside, it all appears fine, but when you reach inside there, I think that radiator has got a pretty good coating of thistle fuzz on it, blocking the air intake. So I'm gonna get the air compressor and a long nozzle going here. Yeah, I can see it. I'm gonna blast it and blow all that off of there, because these are not easily removable without unbolting. So appears we have a little bit of a water leak here when it rains. Oh yeah. Anyway, cold as winter out here. I think it's in the 50s. Wear my winter parka. Yeah, could use a cleanup. Anyway, get to work here. Well, it's been nothing but little intermittent showers all day. And we got a nice complete rainbow. It's not too often you see one like that here. Usually it's just a partial. Anyway, I read the rain gauge wrong this morning. It wasn't 12 millimeters, it was 11.2. So, let's see what we get. Alright, I'm calling it a day. It's supper time, close enough. Showers have continued off and on most of the day. No great amount, but definitely not drying out. I haven't gone to look at my canola. I'm almost afraid to. But the neighbor's field beside me here definitely shows some disturbance on those swaths. We got a tremendous blast of wind here around 3 o'clock this afternoon. If that didn't move the swath, then nothing will. But I'm not going to bother going to look, because there's not a thing you can do about it. Anyway, that's about an end to this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And check out my Instagram Roosty6 page for pictures. And thanks for watching. Catch you next time on the Roosty6 channel.